sometimes enraged and opinionated, but I love it, even if you oppose me or don't yet know me. So I do want to touch on the pension. I think I probably was in the minority. I raised my paddle no. A leader does not just make unilateral decisions. So I said no because it's not black and white. I also believe in honoring contracts. Beyond that, Huntington Beach, in the Stanford study, we're at 483rd out of 510 cities in regards to pension liability. The bigger the number, the better. So we're doing a pretty good job, so we don't have to hit the panic button. So with that said, tonight I think it's very important that everybody listens carefully because, in my opinion, our city is at stake. It's time for new leadership and better results. That's what I offer. My name is Don Kennedy, as I said. Please don't confuse me with Dan Kalmick, the other DK. We're on divergent paths. My family arrived in Huntington Beach in 1962, so I'm very familiar with the city. I'm invested and I'm vested in our city. I've been married for 24 years to my beautiful wife over there. We have 3 incredible blessings. I've got 2 beautiful labs. They're known as the Bulls. I'm a businessman, a volunteer, and I've spent more than 10 years coaching youth sports. I like to support charities like Big Brothers Big Sisters, Make-A-Wish Foundation, Project CAP, which saves the tigers. I graduated from Huntington Beach High School in 1979, so I'd like to say let's go Oilers. But I'd like to welcome the Chargers, the Vikings, the Seahawks, and all of us. We're in this together. So Huntington Beach, leadership does matter, and complacency, it kills. I've been successful leading large organizations for decades in the private sector. In the private sector, results matter. You must produce results. In the private sector, you're held accountable. HB, it is time for new leadership and better results. I do plan to oppose high density. That's a no-brainer. When we have the opportunity to vote on it, public safety will always be a priority with me. I will work diligently to address the homeless issue. I will do everything possible legally to deter the onslaught of the sober living houses. And I will vote to preserve our precious open space. Now, there's 4 seats available in Huntington Beach, and my belief is the incumbents, 2 of them are running for re-election. They want to build and build and build. I may be wrong, but that's my belief, and I believe that's Ms. Del Glaze and Mr. Posey. My belief is some of the candidates are also in that camp of build and build and build. The irony is a number of them are backed by the Chamber of Construction. Excuse me, the Chamber of Commerce. So, in a recent vote chart, I saw that Mr. Posey and Ms. Del Glaze voted in favor of the Chamber position a combined 17 out of 20 times, whereas our Mayor Pro Tem Peterson only voted 2 out of 10 times to be in support of the Chamber position. So, I am much more in line with the position on growth as Mr. Peterson. Now, I'm running for 2 main reasons. One, to make a positive impact on our city with a voice of common sense and reason. And also to unseat 1 or 2 of the candidates, me personally 1, who I feel do not have my best interest or the constituents that I've spoken to over the years. And I have to just be honest because I'm a leader and I'm transparent. I believe Ms. Del Glaze and Mr. Posey, I believe it's time to let new leadership into the fray. In 2010, unfortunately, Ms. Del Glaze failed to win a seat. In 2011, she was fined as part of the Planning Commission for failing to disclose a donation from a developer, but then voted yes on that to approve their bill. And I believe that's the 487 apartments at Edinger and Gothridge. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's true. So our residents deserve disclosure. Failing to disclose is unacceptable when you have voting power. So our residents do deserve candidates that are transparent and think for themselves, not people that are the mouthpiece for large donors. Mr. Posey, I'm sorry, but after 4 years, your campaign slogan says regain and retain control. So that either means after 4 years in office, you failed to regain, or during the 4 years, you lost control. So either way, the options are not good with that slogan. Mr. Kalmick, unfortunately, as a leader, I'm looking for leaders that take a stand. Leaders are going to fight for the city. Is it 5 minutes? That was 5 minutes. All right, I'm number 10 on the ballot. When it's right, it's a 10. When it's optimal, it's a 10. I am number 10 on the ballot. I'm running for Huntington Beach. I pledge an open door, open mind. Kennedy4HB.com. I'll be your voice of reason. Thank you, Huntington Beach Forum. Thank you for the honor. And I look forward to hopefully serving as your council member. Thank you.